Please don't assume, therefore, that it's not still being manipulated. And I would sell my Bitcoin right into this rally. And believe me, I had been a believer one time in Bitcoin. Not here, not now.
It was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
Reports say Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Give a type of money that can only be spent for a specific number of reasons. And some worry about that state control or whatever, but like in this particular narrow use case, you want to give checks to individuals to get the economy moving again.
Yeah.
So if you think of programmable money that expires if you don't spend it.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we had Bitcoin and crypto get a good pump. We even have Luna pumping, guys. Of course, Solana is pumping. Now we have BlackRock putting in a filing for Ethereum spot ETF. And right now, Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks are pumping. But remember, guys, this is all an illusion. Yesterday was November 9th, which is 9/11. And I told you guys something always strange happens around that time. Last night I went over it. We had China's ICBC get hacked, which they say affected treasuries. Guys, we don't nobody want these treasuries, but we had the dealers come in. That's right, guys. They call them dealers. The same words we use on the streets is the same words as used in the banks and the stock market. But they had to come in and save the markets. And it was quietly done. We know the mainstream media is not going to talk about it. But you know the crypto teacher is. Because he's going to give you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. Guys, it is bad right now. This is not fear-mongering. Anybody who understands finances understand how bad it is. But we know what the purpose of it is, because they need to destroy this whole economy. Get your friends and family educated. Get your friends and family prepared, because the 4th Industrial Revolution is right around the corner. Because if they stay asleep, by the time they wake up, the robots, algorithms, and drones would have taken over the economy, and the sheep will be going in the metaverse, because they'll be brought to their knees. And we know anytime you bring a nation to its knees, they'll accept anything. And they're going to accept that free bread in the circus, that programmable money, telling you what, where, and when and how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. And once they go inside the metaverse, they'll get downloaded. We know the brain is nothing but software. But guys, we know if they can download you, they can delete you. Remember the goal, guys. The spiritual goal is they want the mind, body, and soul. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, I put the BART chart link in the stock Patreon. I'm going to put it in the crypto teacher Patreon again today. I've already put it in there before, but if you didn't see it, I'm going to put it in there again today. But we have Wall Street CME Group has surpassed Binance in Bitcoin futures. And we're seeing the same legacy gambling products being moved over to crypto. Guys, remember, everything's going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, this year reminds me of 2017. And, of course, we had Jim Cramer says, hey, sell your Bitcoin. And we know anytime Jim Cramer tells you to sell your Bitcoin right around the corner, we know we're going to be getting a pump. But like I stated, guys, in the first quarter of next year, we're definitely going to have a big pullback, stocks and cryptos. And we can already see the holes. Even though crypto is the future, guys, the same way these tech stocks are the future, they're still going to take a hit. But yes, they're definitely going to rise for the fourth industrial revolution. But guys, remember, the fourth industrial revolution creates hyper deflation. So even though the asset that you may have, the price may go down, but the value in that time is going to be more important and worth a lot more. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are down and definitely pulled back from those highs. We have the dollar slightly up, but still off the high. We have volume in crypto up. Of course, guys, in order to move in a big way, you have to have volume. And then, of course, guys, we have Tether and USDC, and we have Circle releases an update for improvements to its USDC and the Euro USDC for security and to lower gas fees. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo finally under 1 trillion. We'll see what it comes out today. But make sure you watch the video I did last night. We had Jerome in the house. And guys, we know when he's not telling us the truth, something bad is about to happen soon. Now we have the EU backs Data Act with clause to shut off smart contracts. Now in this act, smart contracts can be interrupted or terminated. And guys, when we look at a contract in the real world, you're not going to interrupt it and it's not going to be terminated unless there was some type of law that was broken to make the contract invalid. And that's the only reason why I see a smart contract should ever be terminated. But remember, guys, technology can be used for good or evil, and whose hands this technology is in. That's the reason why I'd rather have smart contracts not being able to change, because we have to remember who's in charge of this technology. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale. It's in about $28.2 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news. And of course, guys, this is news that's not going to make the news, but it's the biggest news we've received so far. Way bigger than a Blackrock spot Ethereum ETF. We have JP Morgan rolls out programmable payments for institutions using its blockchain platform, JPM Coin. And while the sheep sleep, the NWO builds. And they're building a fourth industrial revolution right in front of the sheep's eyes, because the sheep stay distracted on things that don't matter. And we know JP Morgan is one of those dealers that help the Treasury out. But guys, programmable payments, programmable money is a powerful tool. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Binance to terminate Russian ruble deposits next week. And we know the movie continues. Now we have Roblox CEO teases allowing NFTs and offers Elton John's capes as an example. But guys, we know Roblox, these NFTs are just a way of getting the millennials and Generation Z and the metaverse. And it's easy to dangle that carrot. And then on top of it, they'll be able to get paid playing games. And speaking of the metaverse, we have the Sandbox hopes to spur land sales using Black Mirror and The Walking Dead as bait. And during the hype of the metaverse, we had Snoop Dogg buying virtual land. But guys, buying virtual land is going to be real. Remember, they want to take this real world and put it into the virtual world. Everything is cheap. So when do you buy an asset? You buy it when it's cheap, not when it's expensive. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. And lastly, we have UBS to let wealthy clients trade crypto future ETFs in Hong Kong. And we know when we see Hong Kong, we should see China. And we see all the big banks globally and big financial funds making their way inside of Hong Kong or doing some type of agreement, because we're starting to see Hong Kong step up crypto trading. And we know nothing happens in Hong Kong without China's approval. Remember, Hong Kong is China's straw man. And we had the China hack yesterday which news reports say that it affected stocks and treasuries. We have Xi making his way on into San Francisco this week. And then we have the government shutdown deadline on the 17th. So guys, next week is definitely going to be an entertaining week. Remember, you're watching a movie, so get your popcorn, sit back, and let it play out. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. From COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.